You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another installment of Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. That's Marcus.
Yo.
And that is Jessica.
What up?
Guys, I got a good email. I got a really good email.
Let's do it.
I can't wait to hear Jessica's opinion on this.
No.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That's when I know it's a good one. I'll read it and I'm just like, oh yeah. It's always like, Marcus, it's always like I read it, I'm like,
yeah.
How would Jessica react to this? Here we go.
Hilarious.
Hey, Marcus and Jessica, big fan of the show. Marcus, I've been a big fan of your career, long time 12. My question is for you both. I've been traveling abroad the last 7 to 8 months for work. In my travels, I've met a lot of different people and actually gone on a few dates. Due to my job, I'll stay in the city for weeks at a time. Something that I've noticed as a Black man is the difference between foreign and American women. For example, I was in Germany for 4 weeks, went on a couple dates, and met women who really just wanted to learn about me as a person, didn't ask me about my financial status or what I drove back home, etc. Just wanted to learn about me and my views on life and my life goals. On the other hand, I come back stateside and I run into the complete opposite. I've gone on these dates and women are very surface level and superficial. Why do I only run into this here in the United States? I know all American women aren't like this, but why do you think this is more prevalent here in American culture than other parts of the world? I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's American culture and we're self-absorbed, we're greedy, we're obsessed with material things. We are unwoke, and that is why. Somebody that speaks to you and wants to know, your story, your background, that's somebody who is awake and secure in themselves and interested in getting to know another person on a soul level, right? And he's right. Look at our ideals. Look who we are. What do you think you're going to run into over here? And I'm not saying that everybody in America is good, but our message as a whole, I don't know. It's not a good one. So, or how we interact with each other and other people and like the way we think about things, it's just, it ain't it. So.
Right. When you look at, I guess, just people in general in the States, right? When you compare to other countries, and it's pretty much what you said, Jess, we're on some
shit.
Some superficial, surface level, unrealistic, corny,
center of the universe,
entitled, type of stuff. And then when you go to other countries, they're just on some different stuff, though. It's really about like the core of the family, or it's about really getting to know somebody. And it's really about being open to more than just money and stuff. It's about what am I trying to say? What am I trying to get to? It's more about the whole soul part and the energy and all that stuff. But here in the States, it's really just about money, what you could do, what type of car you could drive, what type of job you got. And this is men and women. Yeah.
Country. That's our ideals. So of course, that's the first thing we're going to ask is how much money do you have? What kind of car do you drive? Because that's what we value.
I can't go on a date to Applebee's and all that kind of stuff. And
that's what we think.
It matters where we eat on dates because it's not good enough, or we see ourselves as less than and all that kind of stuff. I blame the women, and I'll say it time and time again.
You blame the women for what?
Setting these men up to
stop
not
blaming
feel
women for your problems. Stop blaming women for your insecurities. Stop blaming women for
it's
all
a two-way
of these
street,
things.
though. I'm not going to let you say that the women aren't playing a part. I understand what you're saying, but the women are playing a part as well. So don't do that.
Playing a part in what?
in just this dynamic of like the superficial shit.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are. You're right. You're
Okay.
right. We are playing. Everybody is playing a role.
I agree.
Men,
with
women,
that.
everybody, and our leadership, because it's from the top down too. Countries that have better leadership, it's just better all the way down.
And not that it's like current, but this has been a thing for us because we think we're the best and all this other type of stuff. So our energy is different, right?
Right. Right. And yeah, so that's the energy. Yeah. I don't want to be associated with that type of energy.
I wonder where this young man went.
Period.
Did he say exactly where he went, Cal?
He said
Did he say
he
Germany
went to
or something?
Germany for 4 weeks, and he went on a couple dates. And
I heard Germany's a good time, man. I knew some guys that used to play. Yeah.
Yeah, I think too, like, you look at a lot of these other places. I know we've talked about this before on the show about how, like, you go to these foreign countries that have been around for a lot longer, and they have like that like collectivism like culture. So it's like it goes all the way down to like the nuclear family, where it's all about like everything is together. I mean, E40 has a line that he said, he goes, "Why can't niggas put their money together like Filipinos?" You know what I'm saying? It's like when you think of those cultures that have that collective, like it's about the family, it's about the whole thing. And then you come over here to the States where it's very individualistic.
Right.
When I turn 18, I need to move out. I need to go out to college. I need to be away from the home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
because
so like
it's all about money. It's all about money. America is all about money, no matter how they get it, no matter how they squeeze it out of you from 16, 18 on. It's all about money. It really is. And it's sick and it's crazy. And
it's built into our culture.
Right.
Now,
and people are fighting against it. And that's why in the last podcast, that's why people are choosing not to have babies, because they see this shit for what it is. And yeah.
I'm with Marcus though. I do kind of blame the women though. Y'all are poisoned by Western capitalism, and then they get. And then the crazy thing is too though. You'll see this on the internet.
Who created the capitalism? Who created the capitalism mentality?
That goes back to
not women.
Not
women.
Yeah, listen. That might go back to maybe like Mesopotamia. Like that's going way back. I think might have been the first capitalistic system.
But I can tell you the American capitalistic system was created by white men. Right. So we are just a product of what has been created by somebody else. So do not blame us. And if anything, we are the fixers of this problem.
How was that?
You guys can't do it.
I know. Well,
you guys can't do it.
I didn't say we could, but I'd like to hear how you guys
I would love to hear this. I would love to hear this.
We are the fixers. You know this.
How?
We are the healers. We are the knowers. We are the intuitive ones. We know how to fix this. We know once women continue to wake up like we're doing now, we know how to get it done. We know how to bring this back to center. Men do not. The leadership that's happening does not. It's like it's not happening, but we know. We understand. We might be bound to this, what society has told us we have to be bound to, but deep down,
right?
Oh, no.
Well, I think it's an age.
Everything.
I think it's an age thing because the younger women that are growing up on TikTok and on social media, I don't see a lot of leadership and a lot of fixing there coming from that group.
They're not there yet.
And right. So that's what I'm saying. Our age is going to have to reach back, or maybe we get out the way, but it has to be something, because right now it looks like a bunch of foolishness, and it looks like it's getting worse. It looks like it's getting worse to me. It looks like we're going in the other direction.
We're in need of deep healing.
It's a little funny though, because it's like women, y'all most of y'all can't even stand each other. but you can
That
figure out
too.
how to
That
solve
is-
the world's problems.
You know what?
That too.
That is, but Kel, that is deeply ingrained within everything I said. We have been pinned against each other. We've gone over this, right? And so we don't realize. I don't think women. It's this whole thing. Kel, that I am going to be a spiritual life coach.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this. Yeah.
I'm starting the program, and what I am talking about is what I am doing. And I'm going to help women who are waking up in the same way that I did. And once you wake up, it changes everything about you. How you move through the world, all of these things. I feel completely different than I did before. And honestly, I was just telling Marcus during the break, I'm trying to align how I am on this podcast now with what I'm doing and how I feel. And this shit is way bigger than anything that us running around in our fucking rat race of we got to get money, we got to do this, we got to do that. There's something way bigger than this happening. Way fucking bigger. And women are we're spearheading the shit. So that's what I'm here for. So you can count us out. You can say we're materialistic. You can say we're this. You can say we're that. But I know who we are. And I have arrived.
But great point. I like all that. But it sounds like though, like these women that aren't woke or these women that haven't had their awakening, it seems like it's more prevalent in the United States than it is other parts of the world. Because it's like the United States is so small compared to the rest of the world. So you can hear like this guy's email where he's meeting women in Germany that are asking him about life and life goals and stuff.
They're there.
And it's like, it's almost like, is this just an American problem or a North American problem?
I think everywhere you go, there is going to be a little bit of America somewhere. But I really think this might be uniquely an American problem. I mean, look at our standing in the globe, and all that kind of stuff. I think it might be an American problem. I think we have a problem. I think we just think we are just everything and that no one else and nothing else matters. And that is just not.
It's really this
That
too.
ain't it.
It's not everything that we consume is telling men, women to be opposite of everything that you're talking about.
Right.
The TV shows,
Right.
all the stuff we see on social media, everything, right? The schools and all this kind of stuff. It's all about getting to the bag and being first and doing all this kind of stuff. It's not a breeding ground for the positivity and all the stuff you're talking about. So it's working, and you're going to have to untrain a lot of stuff that people have been taught.
People are being untrained naturally.
But most people aren't, though.
But it's going to happen.
Eventually.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a lot of work that's going to have to be done. You got to go against the grain in order to do right, if that makes sense. In order to do right for yourself, to come out of this like shit of being like this on the social media and doing all this foolishness, right? As far as young women, I'm going back to the women because you guys run the world, right? You guys are in charge. So you guys need to lead by example then.
You guys, our shit has been stifled by all of this.
I know, but when you look at it though, it's crazy. I know a lot of young dudes is out of control
and
too,
men
but
shaking their fucking boots.
But we got to act like we're not though. So that's where a lot of the foolishness comes in too.
Well,
men shaking their boots.
If we stepped into who we are, everybody.
That's not the plan though.
You guys would have to take a seat.
That's not how the system works.
Because we'd be afraid that, oh my God, it's gonna fucking fall apart.
It's falling apart, Kel.
You gotta,
and guess who's in charge?
I understand that, but what I'm saying though is like, you gotta think about like how many people there are on the planet, right? And Lots, right? And
Mhm.
like when you just break down like good and bad, you know what I'm saying? Like that is like it's not down the middle. You know what I'm saying? You have more
Mm-mm.
bad people on earth. I'm not gonna say bad people, but you have more people that make bad decisions on earth
Bad
than people that
intentions
make
too.
good. Yeah, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I had a buddy that was a cop that was like, I remember when I was in Seattle, he was like, man, you should always carry. I was like, yeah. He was like, you just never know who you're walking past. And like maybe I'm just like, damn, dude. I'm like, well, you're a cop. You see like the worst. You see the worst of the worst every day. That's your job. You know what I'm saying? He's
Mhm.
like, yeah, but like, there's just so many people out here in this world. He's like, you just don't know. You just don't know what someone's thinking about or what their actual intentions might be. You know, I
You're
mean, I guess
right.
that might be that, but that might be a paranoid way to
You
live.
just don't know, but to live in fear like that is not living.
A lot of people
to
do it,
walk
though.
around. I know.
Yeah, a lot
But
of people do it.
I'm just saying it's not living to walk around in fear of your fellow person who you don't know, who you know nothing about. That's weird. So, and that it's not weird. Excuse me. That's not how it should be.
We've been forced into that, though, just
I know.
by the society, how things are perceived and mass produced, and we see all this stuff, every movie, every show, on the news,
I know.
every day, all day, every day. It's all about negativity
I
and
know.
bullshit.
Just watch the news and like just how everything we do is under surveillance and watched and listened to. Like it makes you live in a paranoid police state. You know what I'm saying?
And the bad
Essentially.
stuff sells, and the bad stuff goes viral.
Yeah.
When all this stuff happens, people flock to it. So
does.
everybody thinks that's happening every day. And
Yeah.
I guess in some places it is, but in most
And it's
situations.
not. And that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Crazy, but
Save us,
All right.
women.
I'm not.
Save us.
Don't
No,
do that.
no.
Don't underestimate. That's
I'm
why
not
you guys won't let us be president
I'm not
because we are going
underestimating.
to fuck.
no.
Oh man.
I don't think
have
I don't
no
think
idea.
I don't think it's men that don't want y'all to be president. It's wild when you talk to
it's a mix
actual
of us.
but that's the thing though, like I've talked to women who are just like, oh no, like I would not want a female president. There are
the
women
mentality,
that are
though.
Right.
The
very
mentality.
strong.
The how weak is that
It's
mentality?
not weak.
How weak is that
ingrained
mentality?
into their brain that a
But
man.
what a weak mentality to have that another woman cannot provide a service to the rest of America, but a man
And you got to go back, though.
can.
You have to go back and look at where it's coming from.
But I think too, it's the compartmentalized job of being a president, right? So it's things from like, some of them think like, well, women would be better at this, but do women have the stomach to go to war? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like stuff like that they don't trust a female making the decision because it's like, it might be a more of an emotional decision
shouldn't
than
be
a
going
logical decision.
To war.
But I'm saying though, it's like, let's say there's some type of attack happens on American soil. It's like, how do you react to that? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
wait
you
a minute.
have to-
How does any president react to it? You have advisors, you have people that are experts in those fields. Do not try and discredit a woman being president because she won't know how to go to war. Pretty sure we can figure that shit out and have people that will help advise us. Look at what's happening now. Look at the position we're in now. Look at us now. Are we in a good position? Have we ever been in a good position?
But Jess, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say that there should never be a woman American president. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I know.
All I'm saying is because you have female presidents in other countries, like you have that shit.
And they're hella ruthless at times too, and that's like the crazy thing.
You do not know how ruthless women. That's what I'm saying.
We know.
You guys are living in
We know.
stereotypes and
Yeah.
fantasies.
Right, but
about
I know,
women.
but what I'm saying though is like
That's
it's a
what it
woman.
is.
It's a woman
Sort of
being
women,
in
though.
charge of like the
That's
number
the woman,
one,
yeah.
number two superpower in the world.
Yes.
That's like on another level.
Yes,
Because you have
Kel,
all of
why
these.
can't we? Why can't we, Kel?
Because I don't think people
Because
that
you
have
say so.
no.
Why
I
can't
think
we?
because I think there are people that have way bigger interests that get paid a bigger check outside of the president that run things like the CIA and stuff like that. We can get real deep, that have interests in other things in other countries, because think about it. We don't go into countries to just go, oh, we want to come and liberate you. We're coming because we're coming for your natural resources. And there are things.
But that's the thing. Everything is wrong, Kel. That's what's wrong. Everything is wrong. So put somebody else in that can try and make things right.
Does a woman want to handle that?
We're the definition of insanity. We're doing the same fucking thing over and over again with the same men presidents, with the same ego, with the same agenda, with the same this. And where is America at? We're in the same fucking spot. The only people that are excelling are the billionaires. So again, let's look at this big picture. I'm just saying, let's try something different.
I know.
Let's try something different.
It took a long time for us just to get a half-breed brother in there. Okay, it's baby steps, Jess. Baby steps.
It may not even be better, but what you're saying is...
We need to bust this shit wide open.
We
don't have time for baby steps.
Let's try. Because my thing is, just because a woman gets in there, that doesn't mean that things are automatically going to change.
It doesn't mean that, but we, again, like I said, we are underestimated. And all of our power has been, we've had to like hold that shit in to let you guys shine, right? When we know what the fuck is going on. So don't go there.
And you never know till you try it. So I feel you on that. But all I'm saying is like, we've had our fair share of opportunities and we've done our thing, and to let a woman in, I don't see anything wrong with that. But like Kel said, there's still this stigma that a woman can't handle certain situations.
Look at what's happening around the country. They can't handle shit either. Men aren't handling this either. All over the world, they're not handling it. That's what's so crazy.
I know.
Oh, God. It's scary. This world is fucked. It's scary. Something has to be done.
But think about it. I even think about, like, I would never want to be president. Like, I was never that kid growing up that was like, God, I would love to be president when I grow up. Like, who wants that job? Like, if you really think about it, like, every president, but think about it, every president that comes out, you see how they look when they go in and they come out, they look fucking tired, they look awful.
Wore out.
They're weathered and just wore the fuck out.
All the tread is going off the tire when they're done. Yeah.
I don't think no one really enjoys having that job. It's just seeing it through.
You don't
like real
think
shit.
The current president of the United States lives for this bullshit?
Different animal.
Different beast.
A definitely different animal.
Different beast.
Yeah. This is his.
Beast.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like George Bush or like Obama or like, you know what I'm saying? Clinton. Let's just talk about like, you know what I mean? Like, the usual suspects. Ronald Reagan. I don't think like the last 2 years, they're like, I want to get the fuck out. Because if you notice, usually in the last year of the presidency, you don't see the president that much. Because he's just like, I'm waiting for this primary and this fucking shit to go through so I can be done with this bullshit.
And that's why you guys don't need to be president. Because we can outlast all that shit. We birth children. We carry all of that shit on our back.
But I don't think anyone is built to be a U.S. president and like be okay by the time you get out.
Nowadays it's tough too. It's different. It's too much visibility. Back in the day, they can kind of be in the shadows and do everything behind closed doors. They're still doing that, but there's a lot of stuff that's on Front Street now. And they would drag a woman through the damn mud. But
why?
Just like you said,
but why would you do that?
Because we know why.
Because you hate yourself and you're mad and you're jealous. That's what I'm saying.
They want to make it as tough as they can for her. Of course.
It's America, Jessica.
All
that's
these things you guys are saying are so simple-minded and narrow.
We're not saying it. We're saying that's how it is.
A woman can't handle it.
No, we're just...
what lens are you guys looking out of?
I know, but
we haven't seen it, though, when you're saying stuff that hasn't happened yet, though, as well. So
I know these things.
The opportunity would be great.
I know.
But...
I know it's not about, I know it would be beneficial. It's not about like thinking about it. I know anything than what we've done is better. So I know having somebody with a different perspective, with an inner peace, and somebody that has the love and the connection with themselves and the actual love for human beings.
If you get that type of person, though, is what I'm getting at.
If you get that type of person,
Right.
but most doesn't matter. I know what I'm saying.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
You guys can keep saying that a man is going to change this world, but I can tell you a man
I haven't
is
said
not.
that, and I don't
We
think
didn't
Kel
say
said
that not one
either.
time.
Or gonna, I don't know.
We're
set America
stating,
straight.
we're agreeing with you, saying that men are going to make it very hard for a woman if she was a president, just because that's what we would do.
And that's stupid.
It is, but I know that's how it would be.
And that's what I'm saying. Stay in your lane. When everybody's staying in their lane and worrying about their growth, then you just don't have time to
That would be great, but that's fantasy.
shit on other people
Especially in
and do all
politics.
these things.
I mean, listen, you're living in a country that has this deep rooted institutionalized system that's been around for almost 250 years. Okay.
Mhm.
Hell, 12 presidents owned slaves. Okay. Like Thomas Jefferson owned 600 slaves. Okay.
No.
So you have to know what the fuck you're dealing with. It's just just what they did to just black men alone. Okay. And just men of color alone. And now like a woman, like, they're going to amplify that. Look how they did Kamala. Like, they're going to amplify it on a level where, like, they're going to make it so you can't win. And that's
But
just how this system...
she would have withstood. She would have still done her. It's just women are just. It's just different.
It would have been different.
Just like
It would have been different.
It would have been
Like,
different. I do agree.
I want. Hopefully, in our lifetime, we'll see. I think so.
Right.
We will absolutely see a
female
woman.
president?
Yes.
Lady president?
Yeah.
I was happy that my grandma was able to see Obama's first term. That was dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like,
my grandma.
Like my
my
80-some-year-old grandma. And I remember like telling her, I'm looking at my grams. I was like, do you think he was ever going to see this? And she was like, no. She goes, if you would have told me back in the 30s that this would have happened,
Damn.
just the fact that he's a mixed race president
Right.
at that.
Just think about
You know what I'm saying?
that.
Right.
She was just
And everything
like,
they went through.
she's like, you would have,
Black
she goes, you
folks.
would have never, she goes, if you went back now and told my parents this would happen, they'd look at you and laugh at you and be like,
Right. And
absolutely.
that's times 10 for a woman, though. So I understand what you're saying. A black woman at that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right,
so to have my almost 90-year-old grandma say that about a mixed black man for a woman, especially a woman of color.
Yeah. They can't give us that much.
No.
All at one time.
Yeah, they're not.
But we definitely need to switch some things up, though, because
I agree.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Let's see if there's anything else I want to touch on, because what we were talking about this guy in dating and just American culture. Then we got into presidents and leadership and women
culture,
presidents.
all part of
Culture
the culture.
and
all part of culture.
And just where women are at and kind of what they bring to the table, right? And how they lead. And we're saying that the women, everybody's going through it. It's not just a women thing, but nobody, like, we're headed down a dark path. But you said people are waking up. I mean, people are changing and going through a transformation, but I see a lot of the opposite as well. And I guess we can have two truths.
That's going to happen, right? But the direction that hopefully we can, I don't know. It's interesting. People are waking up, but at the same time, we're human and we're doing human things. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it's interesting, man. Like, it's just I'm learning the older I get that it's better sometimes to just import them. Just import you one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be talking bad about these passport boys.
I heard
these
about that.
These passport boys might be onto something.
The guys, explain the passport boys, because I don't know
I'm
it
not
like
about
that.
to blow.
Like
I'm not about to blow up the spot on the homies. I'm not even gonna do that. It's bad enough I even brought up Passport Boys. I ain't gonna blow up the homies like
What is
that.
They're taking their passports and getting girls or something?
And they're traveling and they're
I
going
thought
to
they
other
just
places.
travel abroad, yeah, and
They travel abroad and they have a good time. But there are some men
do
that
they
are
bring them
going there.
back? Or do
Some
they
of them, some of these dudes, they'll bring them back. They'll go and find them. I mean, it's
well,
like back in
who's doing these things? Oh, okay, go ahead.
But like,
yeah,
it's
let's
like
keep this leadership going.
No, it's
You
like
guys
how
are smart.
It's not a politics thing.
Jess,
let's not act like women aren't doing the same type of shit.
Don't get it
smarter. No. You guys are already doing it. You guys just do it quieter and not as loud and not as stupid.
We learn from the best.
I don't agree with that. No.
Okay, so you know how they got them sugar baby websites where old men can go and find like young girls and they pay for them and whatever? Mm-hmm. They got the same thing with cougars. Where cougars be looking for young dudes, and there are women that there's female sex tourism where white women will go to parts of Africa. I forgot one country in Africa. They go to this one particular country in Africa to find black men to have sex with. Straight fucking mandingo shit. You know what I'm saying? Slavery shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so whatever these men are doing, there's women that are doing the exact same thing.
Nope.
Yes, there are.
I find it so funny that every time you guys talk about what a man is doing and it's completely fucked up, and I say, yeah, that is fucked up and they shouldn't be doing. Oh, well, women do it too. Women do it too.
There are women that do it too. We're not
talking about women. We're talking about men right now. Take accountability for what you guys are doing, flying across the country to go fuck up. I mean, I can't even. My mind is
world, Jessica, not country. World.
No, excuse me, world. Again, it speaks to your priorities and your mentality and like where you're at in life. I personally don't think that is something that you just aspire to do. But if that's what you aspire to do,
listen, all I'm saying, Mrs. Trufant, is that some men go to other parts of the world and they date women there and they say, hey, this is a great woman. I would love for you to come back home with me. We've seen, what's the show? Marriage at First Sight, and they'd be like, some of them be like international and stuff like that. Like people will do it. They will go to another country and find somebody like old boy in the email. He went to Germany and met great women and was like, damn, like
he met great women, but he went to Germany to go seek women.
No, he went to Germany for work, but he said he went on a couple dates. This wasn't.
Doesn't matter though. All this stuff is acceptable. All this stuff is celebrated. So you don't have to aspire to do this kind of stuff. It's nobody's really dream. But if you have enough money and you have a platform, you can pretty much do anything you want to do. And
well, it's about where are you putting your energy. That's what you're choosing to spend your energy on.
People don't care. And that's what I'm saying as society as a whole. And you're talking about that we're going in a positive direction. It's still a lot of crazy shit that's going on and people don't care.
No, technology. I didn't say we're going. Right? I said people are waking up, and hopefully that will push the country like
in a different direction.
It's deeper than just all of this, right?
I don't know, man, because Gen Z looks like they're cooked. When I be seeing them Gen Zers on the internet, I'm like, that generation is cooked. Woo, them kids are cooked.
They're not cooked.
Yes, they are.
That's a small demographic, and it's celebrated again. Like I said, so people are going to think that's the cool stuff because all this stuff goes to the top of social media. But there is a ton of kids out there, just like our kids, for example, that aren't
there are so many kids that are they're on social media, they're on all that stuff, but they are very grounded kids, and they will be
grounded adults.
Right. But what I'm saying is, outside of obviously those good kids, because you have the good kids and you have the knuckleheads, but it's like that's how it starts though, is that I don't feel like people that turn out to be, maybe not the best people in society, it just happens. I feel like it starts they grow into that. You know what I'm saying? And so like when you see like some of these Gen Zers, it's like the things that are promoted to them, the things like how a lot of them vape and a lot of them eat pop zins and stuff like that. Like that's their generation. Like that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's how you get them. You get it. When I worked in radio, we always wanted to get the younger demographic because they're the ones that are going to grow up with you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And like that's what like these companies do when they market a lot of these things. It's like you get them when they're young because then they grow up with you and you have and you keep them keep them forever. You know what I'm saying? And I just see how some of these Gen Zers are, and I'm just like, holy shit! Like I know we had knuckleheads growing up. Obviously, every generation has them.
Same thing.
But like,
Just
the level
different.
of extreme how these kids are and the access to some of the things that these kids have access to that we did not have access to. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, it's just like, whoa, like
that's
you guys
technology,
are growing up.
That's everything.
Right. It's like they're growing up faster than we did. And the thing that had us grow up faster were music videos. You know what I'm saying? And like for them, it's like, it's that like on 1,000.
24 hours a day for them too.
Yeah, so it kind of freaks me out. I'm like, God damn.
After hours was BET Uncut, and that's really all you had, right?
That's all you had.
But
now
that's
for them, it's
that's
like
the way of the world.
Yeah, but now it's like the kid. You know, we had kids that were cooked, but these kids, they got kids that are cooked that are really fucking cooked.
But you know what I think though, Kel?
Kids are cooked.
It's going to be normal for them though. So
that's what I'm saying. They're children.
They're cooked, but it's their normal.
Please trust. I think they're going to figure shit out really fast. Once they hit that, they're going to get it.
Yeah.
So you can count them out right now, but they're going to fucking get it.
Oh no, they have no choice. Like they have to, or their generation is going to fucking literally crash and burn. Like,
they're going to get it. All these TikToks are going to turn it into something well worthwhile. Fingers crossed.
I hope so.
Yeah. So good episode, y'all. Good stuff. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Follow us on IG at trulyunruly_podcast and send us your emails to answer your questions like we did for this gentleman, which we've pretty much learned. Sir, keep dating abroad. Email us at trulyunruly@gmail.com and like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform. Watch the visual on YouTube and catch us every Sunday on Converge. Boom. All right. Till next time, y'all. Peace and much love.